Hi guys, how is this teaching? My name is Tatiana and this is my Flosstube. Scratch that. Hi guys, how is this teaching? My name is Tatiana and this is my Flosstube number 23. Sorry for my lighting, it's overcast in Italy, it's raining every day and it's quite dark outside, and unfortunately my camera doesn't take very well when it's dark. But I put on all the lights that I have, so hopefully you will be still able to see what I'm showing. But sorry for the quality, it's just I don't have enough light around. First thing first, I want to announce a winner from the giveaway that was at my previous video. Now I started posting videos every Saturday. I think I got into the schedule and it works for me. So every third Saturday, I post my Flosstube video. And in between, I post some fun videos that I think can be of interest to you guys. And the previous week was my visit to Svitlonu, which is a shop in Ukraine, which translates the word of linen. And it is a fantastic shop. Oh my God, it's a #1 shop in Ukraine where you can buy your linen. Like not only linen, like every natural fabric they carry. They carry hemp fabric, cotton, and like basically those three types of natural fabrics are most common. And I love the shop. I love. Not only that, but I met the owner, Oля, and she was very generous to gift books. So this is my copy of book, and this copy of book, which was in giveaway last week, goes to, I include the photo somewhere of the winner. So congratulations. Not only video quality, but also sound quality is not very nice. Sorry, I was scratching microphone with my hair. I double check my audio. I need to adjust it. So, what I was talking about. This book goes to the winner of last week. As promised, I have the second one to give away in this video. So, guys, another book can be yours. The question last week was how many traditional stitching types exist in Ukrainian traditional embroidery. And there were many different options from, I would say, 100 to the 1,000. Somebody gave 1,000. Well, that's a lot. No, we have less than 1,000. But the truth is that nobody knows. There are many researchers who collect those traditional stitching that are present on all traditional Vyshyvankas. So they collect these authentic clothes and they reproduce those stitches, they study them, and they make, like you see, I can show you here, for example, this one is a sleeve of an old Vyshyvanka, and people would take this pattern and would make it in a pattern that we can reproduce now. But the fact is that we don't know how many of them are. In this book, 110 types of stitches explained. This is a fantastic book, and as I said, I went over details in my previous video that there is an English equivalent. For each stitching, there is a name, there is how it looks stitched, and there is schemino in Italian. There is a pattern how you can stitch this particular type of embroidery. And then there are Vyshyvankas that I made with this embroidery, and It's fantastic book, guys. It's just, I don't know, I can't. It's so beautiful. Like I keep looking through it, searching for inspirations for my future Vyshyvankas, because I probably will never stop stitching Vyshyvanka, even if my wardrobe will not fit all of them that I want to stitch. But here is how many stitches, types of stitches I explain in this book. You see, here, and that's it. Yeah, but as far as I counted, it's more than 100 stitches. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. So to participate in a giveaway, you please be subscriber, like the video, share if you can, all the usual stuff. And please answer below in the comment section. I will do a random comment picker, as I do always, among the comments under this video. And the question is, were Ukrainians who made the first cross stitch? If not, who invented cross stitching? That's the question. Your answer doesn't need to be right, I wonder if there is any right answer to this question. But yeah, interesting to see answers to this question, because it's a history of the craft we do. So I would be very curious to learn more also through your comments. I do learn a lot when I read through your comments. Oftentimes people share their experience of their life experience, and like stories from their lives, and some guys, I love reading through your comments. It's my another hobby. It became my another hobby. Okay, the introduction is already too long. What I wanted to say, I have my list here. Do not touch microphone. I also wanted to share with you a free resource where you can get a lot of traditional charts. So recently I came up with a website, Antique Pattern Library. Yeah, Antique Pattern Library. I will spell it down under the video in description. It's a free website where you can find a lot of patterns that are free for personal use. This site, they have a name to preserve publicly available patterns from old books, from old booklets, and so on. And they have a lot of fantastic patterns that you can use for your stitching or to combine for your samplers. They have many alphabets, guys. They have the whole library of different styles of alphabets that are like, if you're stitching a sampler and or you want to add your initials, here are like 1,000 different types of alphabets that you can use for your stitching. And they have many of DMC library resources, like I showed you in some of my videos, a DMC encyclopedia of embroidery. And they do have many like scanned pages from that resource as well. So it's a great website. I was browsing through it and I found so many beautiful patterns. I will definitely use it in my future stitching. I just wanted to share with you because like it's free resource of patterns, use it, have a look. It's like I was very curious to learn. I didn't heard about this site before. Okay, another thing. Introduction today is just too long, but I do have a lot of fun progress on my stitching to share, so please stay tuned. Or you can skip to the part of my whips and finishes. I have one finish to show today, because in description I have timestamps, and you just can click on whatever part of my video you're interested most, and you can skip to the part. So another thing that I need your help with, guys. I'm looking for a pattern. And I already mentioned it, but I mentioned it at the end of my video, and probably no one was looking till the end of my video. So now I'm mentioning at the beginning. I'm looking for a particular pattern that I've seen several months ago, maybe a year ago, maximum. And I can't find any again, and I need it because I needed to stitch for my friend. So this was a very small pattern that on the background had a pride flag, and in front of it was alpaca. And I can't find. I was like searching all over internet. I was typing in pride flag, alpaca patterns, like all that stuff, and I don't know. I don't remember where I've seen it. I don't know why I didn't save it, because when I see the patterns that I like it, I always save it, or I do a screenshot, or like I look through my phone, I look through my notes. I don't know why I didn't. Maybe it was in my dreams. No, I should have seen it in the internet. So please, if you know this pattern, please do let me know, because I need to stitch it for my friend. He loves alpacas and I have to stitch it for him. Okay. Please, guys, I hope one of you knows this pattern, and I do need. He has his birthday in June, in the Pride month, so it's like, I have to do that. Please help me. Okay, I'm not done with introduction yet. Another thing that I wanted to mention, because it's very important to me, and I had a great emotions that I want to share with you. So Flosstuber Sarah, she has her Flosstube named Sarah Stitch Spot, and she was the second one to give me the shout out when I started my Flosstube a year ago. At that time, it was very sweet of her. And in her Flosstube, not the recent one, but I think the one in September or something like that, the previous one, or in September, she also mentioned about Vyshyvanka that I stitched for Defender. So I shared with you my experience of stitching Vyshyvanka for Ukrainian Defender, and she was so kind to reflect on that and to say nice words for me. So thank you for compliment, and thank you, Sarah, for what you said about the war in Ukraine and the whole situation that we have. So it was very important for me. Thank you. Yeah, it's like our stitching community is wonderful. Like in all regards, like the way we communicate, the way we support each other. Thank you. That's great. That's great. So thank you for Sarah and for every one of you who supports me in that regard. Okay, now I think I'm done with the introduction. Oh my god. Okay, but at least I can talk today, because sometimes my English is just. I slept well this night. Maybe that's why I talk a little bit better than usual. Okay, my finish. Let's go to my stitching finally. If you remember, in August, I've been to a fun event in Kyiv. It was Odarka, this is a brand, Odarka workshop and lecture on traditional stitching in Ukraine. It was a very fun event. I have a video about that. Like, I had great experience going there. So that was a bag that we got as a part of a workshop there. And there was stitching that I started to do at that event. And since that, I finished it. So I wanted to say that it's a traditional stitching, but it's not. Because the pattern is traditional, it's taken from Ukrainian towers, rushnik. And I made stitching traditional from how a traditional rushnik is done. But the thing is with Odarka that like the idea of their brand is that they want to bring tradition to the modern use and to allow people who don't stitch or don't know how to stitch to embroider, so they can easily make something embroidered quickly for themselves. So they sell like a sticker with the pattern on it that you can stick to any clothes, to a bag, to your already existing clothes. You can stitch over it and get a result quite quickly, and like, you know, having something handmade in your closet. But but I personally did not enjoy the process. So, as you know, I'm traditional stitching, like heritage stitching, my channel. I do like to go to books like the one I just showed you, or like traditional techniques and traditional materials, and use that in my creation as well. It's my personal, like my personal idea that I do enjoy the traditional stitching more than the modern stitching. Another thing with this stitching was that that pattern, it's a sticky pattern, so it does have some glue in it, and with my needle, it like I was catching that glue, I felt that glue on my fingers, and it disgusts me to be honest, because in my stitching I do like not only visual art but the texture art. I like the texture of linen, the texture of natural materials, you know. I like how the cotton floss slides through my fabric. All these sensations are important to me. They are part of what I'm doing, and sensation here were not pleasant, because this fabric, of course, is not adapted for stitching. It's just a very heavy fabric, and stitching on it, it didn't give me that experience that I was looking for, because I'm looking for not only for a beautiful final result, but also process is important. Like, we spend so much time stitching. Of course, I want to enjoy every moment of it. Like, it doesn't make sense just to sacrifice so many hours of my life for something I don't like, you know. So it was fun to try. It's nice that this option exists for stitchers who are not as nerdy as I am in stitching, and who just want to pick up something and have a fun project for themselves. Beautiful for them, didn't work for me. So now I'm happy I have this bag. It's a beautiful, nice, sturdy bag, you know, but I won't repeat. Won't repeat it. Yeah, so that was my experience. I know, and on the other note, like, it's quite easy to do yourself, because this is a traditional pattern that I can just take from book and put it on fabrics that I choose and stitch over it. That's what I will be doing for my rushnik. So I'm gathering all my like ideas on how I want to do my rushnik. So there is a second word that you will learn from my Flosstube. I know all of you already, guys, know what is Vyshyvanka. You already learned this word. Like, I'm so happy. Thank you. Each time on a stitching retreat, or when I talk in person to you guys, and oftentimes I hear, "Oh, Vyshyvanka," from people who doesn't speak Ukrainian, and I'm like, "Oh, you learned this word." So I'm proud of myself, you know, like, I made you learn the word Vyshyvanka, and now you are learning the word rushnik, which is traditional tower. Once I start the true rushnik, you will see what I mean. Maybe there is pictures here of traditional rushnik to like show you what I'm talking about. Give me a moment. So many beautiful patterns here. This book is available for just to purchase, and under that video of my last week video, I have a direct link to the website where you can buy this book. So it's readily available. It's a fresh print. Okay. I see there are rushniks, but they are modern. more modern one. I wanted to show you the traditional one. By the way, did I say to you that did I answer my own question? Already forgot. How many traditional types of stitching exist? We don't know. I said it right. It's somewhere between 100 and 200. It definitely more than 100, but I think it's still under 200. I would say so, but we don't know. So here, what I mean by traditional ruchnik, and there are many types of it. But for example, this one also. In this book, there are more about embroidery short, not ruchnik. I have a book on ruchniks, on just ruchnik. I will show you once I will start my ruchnik. Okay, how long this video gonna be again? Next is my birthday start. So in October, I become a little bit older, just a little bit. And for my birthday, I had my birthday start, and I'm so happy with it. This is, by the way, also a project bag that I made myself. I did the stitching, traditional Ukrainian stitching, and here is my start and progress, and I do have a good progress. So this is a piece, Angel Ray by Teresa Kogut. It's a wonderful series of little sweet angels. And in Ukraine, many stitched this angel 3 years ago when almost 3 years, when you know what started. It was like, you know, an idea to hopefully what is happening would finish for, soon. And here is my progress. It's, I think, more than 20% already done. I had a beautiful experience stitching this pattern. I stitching on 32 count linen from Zweigart, which is opalescent. I'm sorry, I don't remember the color, but it's opalescent, you know, of the linen with these sparkles. And I'm hoping that it will add, you know, like angel, it's like, it will add a definition to the stitching. I want to frame it, and I think it will be really beautiful. Yeah, love it. I'm stitching code for DMC colors 2/2. Beautiful. I think it will be a beautiful piece. Yeah. And my new addition to my plans is to finish my birthday start before the next birthday. I can finish this one. It's not large, but I need to remember which was my previous birthday start to see if I already finished it. I don't remember. I have new plans for the next year. Of course, I will tell it closer to the next year. But yeah, always some fun stuff to make our stitching even more interesting. Here's my next piece that I think I never showed before. Somehow I thought it's a Russian designer, but as far as I know, it's not. But I still don't know who designer is. It's a pattern from my old stash. I had it in PDF. And I found that on Etsy, there is one seller who sells this design under the name Tropical Island. I'm not sure if this original work of who is now selling it. Yeah, so some patterns have you can find them in internet, but the source is very questionable. I have it for a very long time in my stash, so I don't remember from where I've got them. Definitely not from the Etsy that is selling it now, but you know, who knows? It's a beautiful pattern, and I would really love to know the original designer because it's very high quality pattern. It's that would be that wouldn't be nice if it turned out to be a Russian designer. Then I need to revisit my my stitching. Anyway, so it's now called a tropical island, but whatever sour there is on it, maybe there are other sources, I don't know. It's a very nice full coverage pattern, and it reminds me a lot, not a tropical island, but a part of Ukraine from where I am, on the very south, next to the sea. So we have very similar, not exactly the same, but very similar coastline. So I stitch it as a reminder of my homeland. Yeah, and this is my frame from Arabesque. It's a Ukrainian producer, and well, I will tell you. There is a story that I will tell you next time, another time, not today. So I'm stitching it on Zweigart, 16 count, even pre-gridded Aida, and I love it. It's my go-to. Like for full coverage, pre-gridded Aida from Zweigart, that's a must. Because counting, well, it helps with counting a lot. Yeah, I like it very much. Can't wait to see it on my wall. Next one is my focus piece. That for this time it was a joyful soul by Maya Matias, the Sunflower Diaries, and this is, maybe I can show it like that. This is a series. It's like a calendar, all 12 months with beautiful animals. I love them so much. Look at that. So my plan was to stitch frames for all 12 months. It didn't happen. I reached, I think, the August. I didn't finish the August. But to my defense, I was missing colors because each frame, almost each frame, is a different DMC color. In fact, it's charted both in fancy floss, in like overdyed floss, and in DMC. For frames, I decided to use a DMC number because I want my frames to be solid. And then inside I stitch with or code for overdyed floss, or if I have some substitute, I use them, because sometimes, you know, for one flower I won't buy the whole skein of floss. For just one flower I will use similar colors from my stash. So I'm stitching it on a very fun fabric that I bought in Ukraine, but I've seen them in Italy also. I think they're available in like most places. It's like a band fabric. I think it corresponds on 28 count even weave, something like that. Yeah, I think it's even weave. It looks very much like a cotton fabric. And I bought, hopefully enough, to stitch all 12 months in a row. I have a very good progress on January. I'm missing a few like dots here and there, and it's fine. I completely finished February. That's my progress from before. And now I worked on frames. And you can see that I accomplished till August, which I started the frame of August. So my idea was to lay down all the frames. So when I feel like I can pick up any months and stitch any months I want. Because, you know, if I want to stitch December, which should be somewhere here, I can't count, you know, all the way down to stitch December. So I wanted to have frames. And, well, I made more than half till August. It's already good. Already good progress. I enjoy this stitching a lot. Yeah, and I have a fun idea how to finish it, and finish it, like fully finish it. God knows when. And displayed it in my entry hallway, you know, like a calendar, like a true calendar. Yeah, that's my future plans. So here was my focus piece that lives, by the way, also in a project bag that I made. And I already mentioned that I like those project bags with wider bottom because or Vyshyvanka or stitching like that requires some volume to it. So it works very well here. My next focus piece for the next until the next Flosstube, which will be on Saturday in 3 weeks, is the Fawn from Primitive Hare. This was a present through small exchange on Across the Pond stitch group. There is a Facebook group Across the Pond Stitch and Chart, and we meet each month to stitch together via Zoom. And this year we had several small exchange, and in ones that I participated in two. In one of them, I got this as a present, and loved it very much. And here is my progress. I actually just stitched once on it when I got it, and I love it. I stitched it on even weave 32 count from Zweigart, color Vintage Country Mocha. It's a printed fabric that from one side you have like solid, and from other side it's like modeled. What it's not code for. I do use all the code for colors because that's what my fellow small exchange sent to me. So I have everything to stitch it. Here variegated floss that are called for in this stitch. And the rest is DMC floss that I have on my general, what's it called, master set of DMC. So this is the starting point, and till the next time, I want to finish it. But you know how my plans go, right? He's so cute. He's so cute. I want him on my wall. Look at him. He's just adorable. Beautiful. Love it so much. Okay, so you will see him hopefully fully finished next time. At least he will get one leg. I promise. Okay, that was all of my... No. Yeah, like cross stitching wise, it is all of that. Now on to my Vyshyvanka embroidered shirt. What I should start? A sleeve. This sleeve is a beast, and it's only the first one. I have 2 sleeves like that to do. So I love the stitching. I like how it looks, but it takes forever. And I not even like half. I even less than half, and I already stitching for so long on this. Oh my god! I choose it to be very wide. You know, this sleeve is like very wide. So I decided to stitch 1 line a day, like 1 full line a day, and I'm keeping pace. Of course, I missed a few days, but I catch up the day after. So this sleeve is going. I don't see any progress, to be honest. Like I stitch on it every day, and it still feels that I'm on the same page. So I'm stitching it on Ukrainian. It's a Ukrainian fabric, 100% cotton that I bought in Ukraine. I don't remember the company, and I'm stitching it with a bow tip needle, which helps a lot. It really like speeds up the process of stitching. So I highly recommend bow tip needle. Yeah, great addition to my collection. They're a little expensive, and Dawn from what's her? I forgot her Flosstube. She's an organizer behind the Stitch Bezel retreat that I just went last month. And was it last month? This month? Yeah, it was last month. And she said that also in Switzerland, this needle is expensive. I can relate to that because when I went to buy this needle, it was in Ukraine. So like I picked up few flosses, like I know how much DMC in Ukraine cost. And I pick up those needles and I went to cashier to pay. And the cashier gives me the number that I need to pay. And I like, did you count it correctly? Like I just took a needle and a few flosses, like it couldn't be that many. And she's like, that's the needle. Like those needles are expensive, but I really like to use them. They are like a game changer for sewing method, even for the traditional hoop method. When you do like from top down stitching, it also helps a lot to find this needle just slides into the fabric opening. It's a great needle. It's a great help. It speeds up a lot my stitching, but it has its price also. So that's the progress on my sleeve. And I also cut it out other part for this Vyshyvanka. I will show you the front because I started working on the front. Here will be like that. Here will be a front. It won't be as big in an opening because I will then do mereshka. Mereshka is like connecting your sides of your fabric with a very beautiful method that I will show you. I used it on Vyshyvanka for Defender already, so maybe you remember that. And I started doing the edge of fabric with a hem stitch. So I did one row of a hem stitch, you can see it here. And then I started already the second row of I think it's a variation of hem stitch, but it's done not on the edge, but just on the fabric. And I like the look it gives. So I will do the same. I pull out one thread for the hem stitch and another one for the second row. So once they're done, I think they will be very nice and tender next to my face. This stitching. Yeah. My future Vyshyvanka. I started the front because I was a little tired with the sleeve and I needed some diversity in my stitching. Yeah, okay, so I didn't stitch on top part, on other parts I didn't stitch, only on that one. According to my plan, this Vyshyvanka I wanted to finish this year. But with the amount of time this one sleeve takes, I don't think it's doable. So now my adopted plan is to finish all the Vyshyvanka except for the second sleeve till the end of the year. And then in January, February, I can finish the second sleeve. Do you like my plans? I love them very much. Okay. Then I had a fun stitching a moment. Then crochet. It's been a while since I crocheted last, so it was nice to pick up again. I have a fun idea for Halloween, and I started a piece for Halloween. I'm doing the pattern myself, so no pattern. It's like just my free imagination. I'm using Merino Super Baby. It's not Merino. Pura Lana. Lana means wool. Wool. I thought it's cotton. Anyway, it's some not very expensive yarn that I pick up in in Sunday market here in Italy. In Italy, it's a big tradition to have like fun markets several times a week, and sometimes you can find like nice supplies there. So I love this color. I thought it cotton. Yeah, I wondered why it feels a little like warm and scratchy, because it's wool. Well, anyway, I use it to make a fun project that I'm showing my progress now. Here what I stitched, and for the black I use acrylic yarn, just a simple acrylic yarn, also from, I don't remember where I picked it up. So I won't tell you what it will be. Okay, I will keep it a secret because I want like a grand reveal when I finish it, but you can try to guess what it will be. I use just a simple single crochet with increasing and stitching in rows, and I hope it will be so beautiful for and corky for Halloween. That's a part of my Halloween decoration. Halloween is next week. I'm holding a big party again as usual, and I will show you some insights of how it went. Hopefully it will go as good as the last year party. Okay, that's all my stitching. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with me. Please participate in a giveaway of a second book. I will be happy to send it out. For the winner, please contact me in winner of the book. Please contact me via direct messages so I can have your address and send this book to you. Yeah, that's it for this one. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Happy stitching.